boy, just be yourself. If people don't like you if you're being yourself, fuck them.
It's Big Los.
Hollywood Kev.
And welcome to another episode of The Noize. Alright, before we get into the episode, I'm pretty sure there's a couple of people that heard Bernie.
Yeah.
And then they was wondering what the hell was that followed Bernie, because it wasn't Ye. So we have to report we're kind of the reason that Ye went crazy. He found out about, us using the famous beat, and he was like, I want my residuals. Give me my residuals. And then that's kind of what led to the, I don't think we're actually that important to Ye just yet. We're
getting there.
Just being honest, we had to get rid of the beat. We got to get this show to a new level. And turns out that's one of the things that was actually holding us back. So I hope you guys get used to and enjoy the new intro. Bernie is going to forever stay. Yeah, that's really going to be the only major change that you see coming out of the Noize. Kev, how are you doing today, sir? No one gives a fuck because you ain't shit. Let me tell you what this nigga Kev did.
Jesus Christ. That's how we going to open up the show?
Yes, that's how we're going to open up the show, because this man put some bad juju on me. This is what this man did.
No, you deserve that shit.
How?
You didn't pay
How?
respect to my day. I told you I had a long day, and then you want to say fuck my day and go on and talk about
Because
your day.
you told me that plenty of times. After knowing...
When was the last time I said fuck your day?
You said it mentally.
But I didn't say it verbally.
But see, you just admitted that you thought it.
No,
See, that's why you ain't shit.
I'm still tired.
Exactly.
All right.
Grimy brown giant. Anyway, so Kev gonna tell me he hope I stub my toe. I said something slight. I was like, I hope you step on something to get stuck in your foot.
That was slight?
That was slight.
You told me
light.
you hope I got a cactus stuck in my foot.
But what happened first?
I don't care what happened first.
See, that's how I said fuck your day.
I have a potential to get a cactus stuck in my foot. We already live in the desert. You know how many cactuses is around?
So it's possible. I could have said scorpion, and that leaves me with no co-host. So that's why I didn't say scorpion. If there's power in the goddamn tongue right now, I could have said scorpion. But anyway, as I was saying, this man gonna ask me, he gonna tell me, oh, he hope I stub my toe. What do my black ass do coming in to record the show? I stub my goddamn toe. And this man decides to have a good hearty chuckle at my pain.
I laugh from a healthy place too, man.
I'm glad it happened with it just being me and you, because, to also catch everybody else up, we just got done putting the finishing touches on Truth and Lex Love Like Water for Chocolate.
Yeah, y'all gonna love that.
By the time y'all hear this episode, the show will actually be out. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and make sure you tune in every Friday. But I digress. I'm glad that happened after they left, because they was here for him to wish this pain upon me. And I feel like I would have just had to shut the entire company down if y'all all joined into that laughter of me dealing with it. But I'm pretty sure they're listening to this show now like, oh, we missed some good shit.
Yeah. I laugh from a healthy place. And you know what? You deserved it.
How though? You haven't even explained that.
You deserved it. You deserved it because I was telling you I'm tired, had a long day, and you wanted to talk about, I had to wake up at 6 in the morning and
right.
do this and do that.
Right.
Nigga, I didn't tell you to wake up at 6.
But I had to.
That's your prerogative.
Okay.
I was making this moment about me, and you made it about you. All you had to do is say, Kev,
but you're selfish.
We're going to be all right. We're going to rock through it. Good. But no, instead, you tell me you hope I get a cactus stuck in my foot. So you know what? I don't care.
After.
It's a cactus. Exactly. Case in point. So, as we begin, I would definitely like to say...
let's still have this on record. Fuck your day, Kev. But continue, as you were, sir.
Well, actually, and this goes into my day being kind of fucked up. I did... Well, even before that, before my day became fucked up, seeing that we lost Alan Thicke.
Ah, man.
So that was a big hit to the industry entertainment. We lost him.
Before you breeze past it, because you're an asshole, show the man some respect. He's not that much of an asshole, people, but he knows he's an asshole. There are a lot of people that's been posting, why is everybody so sad that Robin Thicke's daddy died?
I think them is probably them kids that was born after 95.
You know what's sad? I don't think I have any friends born after 95 on my Facebook. And it's been these grown motherfuckers that's been posting. I don't know why everybody's sad about Robin Thicke's daddy dying. Like, his resume is ridiculous.
Resume.
He's done a lot more featured roles. Like his biggest thing was Growing Pains.
Right.
He was the father of Growing Pains, and he did that for years. Of course, We were like 3 or 4.
No, yeah,
it before it wrapped up.
Yeah, before it wrapped up, I believe we probably caught the tail end of it. We were young.
You know,
I can still remember the show though.
Right.
I can't remember necessarily the premise of the show, but I can still remember the show. And if I see characters' faces, I can identify. Hey, that's from Growing Pains. But then he has a resume. He has a resume after that. Like you said, his roles were feature roles, but he made those feature roles.
Right. He had some roles on Seventh Heaven, Married with Children. He had a couple of spots. He was on this was short lived, but you remember the show Joey? It was a spinoff of Friends.
Oh yeah.
He was on Joey for a little bit. Some recent stuff. He actually did some work on This Is Us, the recent TV show. I can't really put my finger on what it's actually about, but he was on This Is Us. He's been on Scream Queens. That's a damn tongue twister.
It is. Though.
He was on Fuller House. Like he's done.
He's
been
Fuller
putting
House,
in work. You know what I mean? Like this man has been on it. He's more than just Robin Thicke's daddy.
Right. Exactly. And then what's sad about the situation is he died. Playing hockey.
Right.
He died at the hospital, but he had the heart attack playing hockey. You know what I mean? And like he's mentioned earlier, he died exercising.
Yeah, that's scary as hell. Because like I'm a big dude, I can go just like that. The fact that I've been seeing so many people dying doing something that it makes you healthy, doing something that's supposed to extend your life,
right,
bruh, it makes me nervous as shit. I'm like, okay, I gotta find a good medium. Like, I'm gonna get on
balance the good.
Right, I'm gonna get on a treadmill, but I'm gonna eat like a box of Whoppers or like some kind of gummy bears afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Find that healthy medium to make sure I don't clock out. You know what I'm saying? Earlier than what need be.
Right, yeah, and I mean, 69 is older than us, but 69 that's still fairly
young.
Early. That's young.
That's hella young.
You know what I mean? So my condolences to his family. Definitely, I know that they took a big loss. Any loss, when it's your parents, you don't really recover from it in a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I definitely want to send my prayers out to them, and I also want to send my prayers out to Craig Sager's family.
Yes. Definitely.
I was on social media today and seeing that he passed away from his battle with cancer, and that one hurt.
That one struck a chord. It's like we said, we were around for the latter years of Growing Pains, but from the day I started watching basketball as a kid, Craig Sager was on TV.
Yeah,
and he was there all the way up until his diagnosis in 2014.
Yeah, I mean, even after that, even after his diagnosis, he would come in, and do what he needs to do, and so on and so forth. I think, and I agree with you. I think that one probably hurts a little bit more because you grew up with this person. You know what I mean? We may, of course, we don't know him, but we grew up with that person. Right. You know what I mean? And me being an avid ball player, it was Craig. That's who you saw.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? That's who you saw. So that one really hurt.
For anybody that isn't that familiar with Craig Sager, he was a sideline analyst for Turner. Yeah. He was always on, the major games used to come on TNT, did some stuff with ESPN. 40 years.
Yeah, he was in the game
years.
For a while.
And if you need a reminder of who he is, he was the guy who always had the bad comb over and the colorful jackets and the colorful shoes. There's a crazy video of Kevin Garnett talking mad shit about him. That was a great video because you can tell there's so much love and respect between the two that those kind of conversations, you don't see them have that kind of conversation with. Shit, even wasn't it Doris Burke? You don't see them kind of conversations happening. Exactly. He was literally a part of the NBA family.
He touched a lot of people just by him being that sideline broadcaster.
Right.
He was able to bring the homie feel to it. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like make it feel like a family. Right. More so because,
and not even just with the viewers, even when he was talking to other analysts, when people would kick it to Craig, it was never and now we're going to Craig Sager. It was like, Craig, what's going on? What's that what's that jacket?
Exactly. It was definitely friendly, and you had a family feel to it. And he's the only person that I can immediately think of that's gotten Greg Popovich to actually do a legit interview.
Right. He is the only one.
You know what I mean?
Normally Pop, he'll
just say nothing.
He'll low-key hold you on camera. He'll laugh at you.
He will, but when it comes to Craig, it was a different story. So I definitely want to send my condolences to his family. Everybody that's played ball or watched ball. If you're inside of sports in general,
Craig Sager was definitely a large part of your television.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Your TV station when it comes down to basketball. I know a lot of people aren't completely caught up in what he was battling. He was actually battling leukemia. Yeah. And he was diagnosed back in 2014. He he's gone through 3 chemo treatments.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was going through it.
I had this conversation earlier today. You know, you make it past your first one and then have to deal with the second one. You make it past your second one. 9 times out of 10, you're not gonna make it past your third one. It's sad. It's so sad.
Yeah,
but it's definitely a 3-strike rule in that situation.
Mm-hmm. What people fail to realize is naturally when the talk of cancer comes about, you think, okay, start chemo, you know, we're going to get better. People fail to realize that there's a lot of other options before chemo. Chemo is like final resort.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? So to have to resort to your final resort 3 different times, that lets you know that it was definitely something bigger than I'm sick. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So he definitely put up a hell of a fight. You know, and he was always cheerful. He, like you said, he was diagnosed in 2014, and yet he still made it to where it was about his profession. It was about
you never
sport.
heard him complain. Exactly, like him and Stuart Scott, I hold to the highest regards when it comes down to their disease. Shit, even, you know, of course, he's really before our time, but Jimmy V, you know, the man that the foundation was named after. Absolutely, he's another guy. Like it's when you take that kind of disease, what people look at as a death sentence, you know, 9 times out of 10, it normally is the end. But you take something like that and you don't let it take hold of what you're doing. You don't let it define who you are as a professional. And you still try to make sure that when people tune in to hear you, to see you, it doesn't affect them. Because you know they look at you as family, especially after 40 fucking years.
40 years, exactly. So like you said, those are also 2 other people that I hold in high regard, but also Pat Summitt.
Oh, yeah.
Pat Summitt, I hold her in high regards too, you know. So when you get this, I mean, granted, again, we don't physically know these people, but at the end of the day, we're human, they're human, so we feel from them, especially if they've touched us in a way that resonates with us.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. It doesn't necessarily have to be family for you to feel for someone. If someone's made you feel good, you could be having a shitty ass day. See one of these analysts when you're watching your favorite team play, or see your favorite actor, your favorite movie, whatever, and it puts you in a better mood. That's what their job entails. You know what I mean? That's why they signed up for the role. So I definitely want to send my condolences to those people, and Craig especially, because I know this one was a big hit.
It was for all of us, and we all need to make sure we look at the people that we actually love and the people that we look to for that peace. That when they are battling something like this, you don't have to look at it as they lost the fight. You really have to consider this as a W. Right. It hurts because we lost, a gentle soul. We lost somebody that, we truly care about. But you have to look at it as a W, man. Craig Sager, I mean, he had tumors all over his body. Chemotherapy, from what I hear, it's a bitch.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Not pleasant.
You're sad because you lost somebody, but you can't look at it as an L because they're no longer in pain, which is ultimately what the battle was in the first place.
Exactly.
So that definitely prayers out to the Sager family, prayers out to everybody that grew up watching him, grew up in enjoying his commentary and his addition to the games, man. Big hit for the day. Fuck you, 2016. Seriously,
2016 is being a real live bitch right about now.
It's been. I hate to make this about myself, as you love to fucking say, but 2016 has probably been my most successful and stress and anxiety causing year I've ever dealt with.
Yeah, okay. I can understand that.
In this year, I accomplished something I didn't even think I'd even want to do. For a nigga that wasn't supposed to make it out of high school to getting my master's, to me that was something that it took me mentally to a different place, and I wanted to be something more than what I honestly thought I could be. Getting back into the swing of the real world, as they like to call it, after school, and then starting Beat, and then having such awesome people, minus Kev's ass, including Kev, man. This has been my boy for some years. Having such awesome people in my corner to actually go along this journey with me. But man, this has also been the most stressful fucking year.
This year threw some curveballs. But I mean, it's almost up. Still gonna finish out strong.
Yeah, definitely.
Start 2017 with a bang.
2017 is gonna have the craziest bang ever.
Absolutely,
because we can only go up from here. Definitely fuck 2016 at the end of the day. It brought us some great and it brought us some horrible. But out of all the people
Oh, this. I was about to say some explicits. I was about to drop a few because you know how in cartoons, or we use Family Guy for example. If you've ever watched Family Guy and you see Peter, he falls down the stairs or something, how you just get a whole bunch of bleeps.
Right, and
that's what was about to happen. Right,
none of them being a cuss word that matches the situation whatsoever.
Exactly, that was about to be what happened. But he didn't die. But nope. we kind of got to win. In the black community with this one. I mean, he was convicted. I believe they said 33 counts. They found him guilty on all of them. They said the jury convicted him of 9 counts of hate crimes resulting in death, 3 counts of hate crimes involving an attempt to kill, because there was three survivors.
Survivors, right.
He got 9 counts of obstructing the exercise of religion resulting in death. That sounds complicated in itself.
Oh, yeah.
He got 3 counts of attempt to kill, so I'm assuming attempt to murder. 9 counts of using a firearm to commit murder during a crime of violence. This is all coming from the New York Times, so we know this is legit.
Right.
But yeah, they'll help him under the job. I think what I last seen was he has to go back next month, I believe on the 7th or something next month, to see if they're going to sentence him to death or if he's going to get life without parole.
Nah, they for sure need to sentence him to death. And if they don't sentence him to death, they need to make sure, I don't know how they can, but they need to make sure the same thing happened to him that happened to Jeffrey Dahmer's sick ass. That man got beat to death in prison. Dylan Roof need to get beat to death in prison.
No, I'm pretty sure if they end up not giving him the death penalty, he's probably going to get his ass kicked plenty of times.
There's no way that you're going to go into a prison and walk out the exact same way. Especially, did they say where he's going to be going? Or he's just been found guilty? Oh, yeah, that's right. He hasn't been sentenced yet.
Yeah, he hasn't been sentenced yet. But I'm assuming since it happened in Charlotte, I think he would essentially go to jail in Charlotte. I don't think they're going to send him anywhere.
There's a hell of black people there, so it's a hell of black people in prison.
Absolutely. And for those of you not familiar, Dylan Roof, and I'm going to give him the luxury of even saying his name because I want you guys to be aware, but he shot up this church in Charlotte on June of last year, June 17th of last year.
He walked in saying, no, during the prayer circle, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And when it finally got to him for what he's going to request for prayer, he said, "My name is Dylan Roof, and I'm here to kill black people."
Exactly. You know, he said that. They also found reports. Well, not only did he admit to doing this, they found reports that he cased other churches as well within the community. The church that he did end up doing this at, he cased over a dozen times before he decided to do it. He bought a handgun a week prior. But his reasoning for picking that particular church, even though he's cased other churches, was Charlotte is the most historic city in their state, and that was a historic church. So he wanted to do it there. So again, I don't want to even speak too much on this asshole, but I just want to let you guys be aware of what was taking place. And like I said, as a black community, we kind of got a W with that one.
Yeah, we kind of did. Again, I would have much rather him just get murked, but I mean, I guess we'll take what we can get. I'm legitimately surprised that our fucked up judicial system didn't hit him with that temporary insanity.
They tried it.
I'm sure that was one of the pleas that they were trying to cop. But my thing, they always find something to kind of wiggle out of, dealing with somebody that killed someone of color, especially if they're white. And for anybody out there thinking that this is being made a race thing, you could just look at history, and history will tell the story that this isn't how shit works.
Right.
You either don't go to prison or you get temporary insanity pleas, and you'll be in and out of a fucking mental health facility 10 years maybe.
Mm-hmm. That's something I know if I were to do. I'm saying I'm mentally insane.
They ain't gonna believe you.
For
some reason, black people, we just can't be crazy.
You know what is funny? We can't be crazy, but we're always depicted as crazy and unstable.
Exactly. Crazy, unstable, dangerous, violent, all this other bullshit. I mean, we can be, but that's if we're pushed. And 9 times out of 10, it's one of these motherfuckers that's pushing us.
Right, exactly. But like you said, like I said, I think it was a W for us. I kind of want to say that I feel like they're doing this to set an example, though, or to not necessarily set an example,
But to who?
Again, and I didn't mean set an example. I mean, I think they're doing this to say, "Oh, here you go,
Right? Here's one.
We gave you this one."
If this is gonna be the only W that I'm gonna get, I'll happily take it, because this W is at least one in the multiple L's we've taken as African American victims.
Right. Very interesting.
We'll leave it at that. But anyway, back to your spirit animal.
That's not my spirit.
Kanye to the
spirit animal. That was good.
What were you saying?
They got the video, or there's a video. I believe it's a video of him meeting with Donald Trump. And before we even get to the actual meeting with Donald Trump, what the hell is wrong with this man's head?
Same thing Chris Brown did.
But it actually looked. I mean, it was bad on Chris Brown, but it was Chris Brown. So you know, what I mean, he incorporated some form of style into that. Kanye looked like a fat lesbian with that damn hair. Like he truly does.
Oh shit!
He looked like he got a strap on right now, ready to.
He out here young and man.
Yes, you know what I mean. Like it's bad. It's really bad. Like something's definitely going on there.
You know, that is wild. But again, this is Kanye, so it's so hard to take certain shit that he does and run with it. Like, if there's ever been a chameleon in the industry, it's for sure Kanye West, because you can't put your finger on what his actions and what his rants are really going for. Now, his stands, they'll come out of nowhere and be like, he meant this, he meant that. Like, how did you get this from what he said?
Mm-hmm. How did you know what he meant when he said shit?
Exactly. You know, so it went from him battling depression, checking into a hospital, to him meeting with Donald Trump. And he wasn't the only one to meet with Trump.
He wasn't. He wasn't the only one to meet with Trump, and I definitely want to speak about that. I guess when he met with Trump, I don't really know the gist of their conversation, what they were entailed, but I know one of them. I think it was two other people. One of the most notable for me was Jim Brown. Yeah, he met with Trump. And if you don't know who Jim Brown is, he's a legend for football, NFL. He played for the Browns.
When they were good.
Yeah, when they were good. Google Jim Brown. I'll tell you that. Google Jim Brown and you'll see the information.
You know what's so fucked up about that? This little sidebar on Jim Brown. I laugh. It's not funny. It's funny, but it's not funny. The first championship that the Cleveland Browns won was the year before it was established as the Super Bowl, and that was the team that Jim Brown was on.
Exactly.
So Jim Brown is the first Super Bowl champion from the Cleveland Browns. And that's why he's historic.
Well, not only that, I mean, he's historic for that, yes, because we all can see, if you are keeping up with any form of NFL, the Browns have yet to win a game. Right. So, you know, he's historic.
I think it said like 370-something days
now.
They
haven't. The last time that they won a game, Johnny Manziel was the starting quarterback. He played, they won, they haven't won since then.
And now Johnny been Bobby Browning.
Yeah. He definitely said, fuck the group. He definitely said, fuck the group. But back to Jim Brown. Not only is he historic for being a Browns player in the era that he was one, he's historic because he's definitely pro-black. Right. He's definitely about community involvement and uplifting our people. Like, he's done a lot for the black community. And I think we have to, and I'm going to say this even for Kanye, you have to let them say their piece to this president-elect. We may not like Donald Trump, we may not agree with him or any of that, but in order for us to understand somebody, we have to be able to speak to them. Right. You know what I mean? So by them going out, whatever the conversation was, by them going out with good intentions, and I'm speaking on Jim Brown at this point, good intentions on getting some form of an understanding so our communities can be uplifted, we have to let them do that. Right. You know what I mean? And when it comes to Kanye, I don't necessarily think that he was in the same light or trying to do the same things, because he's went on record and saying he would have voted for Donald Trump. So to me, it was something a little bit different. You know what I mean? Like, I think it was more of a friendly, well, I don't even say friendly gathering. For him, it was attention-seeking gathering. Right. For Jim Brown, I think it was something like, look, I don't like this dude, but if he's going to be running the country, let me try to get some form of understanding. Let's get on the same page, at least on paper.
But do we really know that Jim Brown doesn't like Donald Trump?
We don't know, but you're right. We absolutely don't know. But even if he does like Donald Trump, he's trying to establish something to better our communities. I have to give him that.
Anybody that's trying to better the community, that's the thing. I have no problem with the actions. I have a problem with the individual sometimes. Jim Brown, legend on the gridiron. Of course, no one can ever take that away from him. Personally, as a dude, he's a piece of shit. I will go on a limb and say it. Cleveland folks, you know I love y'all. East Cleveland was cracking, but that's just what it is. Like, of course, this happened a while ago, but this is still the wildest fucking story I've ever heard. Mm-hmm. And Kingpin was telling me about it. Shout out to Kingpin. This man threw a woman out like a 5-story building.
Wait, what?
Yes, he threw, I don't know if it was his girl or a chick he was with for the night, but threw her out a window.
Like out a window?
Out of a window. Google it.
Was it like water at the bottom of this?
Bruh, I don't know. I know she survived, and I know she also went flying. Those are the only two things that I know. I have to look it up a little more. I didn't expect us to get this deep into Jim Brown, but I feel like I had to share that story. Yes, he threw a woman out a window.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a look at that. So, I mean, if you throw a woman out of a window, are you really a bad person?
Come on now, you about to get us kicked off the air. We just put out like water for chocolate. They talking about, hey, I mean, don't hit her, but if you want to chuck her, you try to get her Peter Panning, maybe.
I don't mean that. I'm just funning.
Outside of that, if memory serves me correctly, and I could be wrong, feel free to correct me, and I have no problem with that. I'm kind of just shooting from the hip here. But if I remember correctly, he had some words about Black Lives Matter as well, hasn't he?
I believe he has. I don't think it was necessarily negative narrative or whatever he said. I can't remember what he said.
It wasn't even about the right. It was about the actual protests themselves. Like at first, when I first read the story, if memory serves me correctly, when I first read the story, it was during the time of the actual peaceful protest that came after the Baltimore riots. Mm-hmm. Okay. And then he started speaking out about it and talking about, protests and stuff like that. It's not going to help. And we had this conversation before. When you come from that era, if anybody should know about the effects of peaceful protest, it should be your ass. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm saying. Like Jim Brown, legend,
right?
But
even with that, I think. Again, I don't remember what he said. I don't think it was completely negative narrative. I think it was more so along the lines he was trying to say it needs to be going about it a different way. Mm-hmm. Maybe so. But I mean, we're being completely honest here. With peaceful protests, yes, continue to protest peacefully. Don't go out and destroy stuff. That's not what I'm saying at all. But
you know what I'm saying.
Right, I know what you're saying. But in the same breath, like, what really is that going to do?
True.
You get to a point like you get to a point where just walking and marching and saying how you feel isn't going to do anything. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It becomes redundant. So I think more or less that's what he meant by it. Mm-hmm. And somebody coming from the area who's seen it, he can see how redundant it is. Like Jim Brown is old.
Yeah,
he old as shit. You know what I mean? So when you've seen as much in the world as he has, you get to a point where you're like, man, that shit ain't gonna work. Do something else. Now, granted, he could have said it differently or went about it a different way, but I think that's probably what he meant by it.
You know how you know Jim Brown is old? He was old and I'm gonna get you sucker. And that came out in like 86.
He was old in Mars Attacks. So.
Yo, that came afterwards too. And he was still in pretty solid shape though. In Mars Attacks. But
he was old.
I'm gonna get you sucker. He was at least 40.
Bro,
he was up there already.
Movie is hilarious.
Love it. If you haven't seen I'm Gonna Get You Sucker, get out there. Yo, we always fucking do this. We get off topic. Anyway, continue what you were saying. Jim Brown meeting with Donald Trump.
Oh yeah, he met with Donald Trump. Kanye met with Donald Trump.
Who else?
I don't remember. It was a third person.
Yes, it was.
Who was the third person?
Ray Lewis.
That's right.
That's why I questioned it because Ray Lewis has been on some tongue tantrums too.
Yeah. Now when it comes to Ray Lewis, man, I'll say this: he's a great motivational speaker.
Depending on what he's saying.
When it comes to sports, he's a great motivational speaker when it comes to sports. I've seen videos when he's talking to different kids, like getting them riled up for the game, and I can be watching a video about football. And he's getting them riled up for the game, and I'm like, oh crap, I want to go play football now. Outside of that,
I kind of feel like he talks like that, like during all situations, like right before you about to get down with his wife, like, baby, if you get the chance, you have to believe in yourself that you're gonna suck this dick, and now I'm going to eat your box, and together we will climax and get to another place, a new level of ecstasy.
You sound like one of them BET preachers.
Is that not how he sounds?
He does. He does. But outside of that, motivational type talk, I really hold what he's saying, like, with the least amount of value possible, because he's came out and said some outlandish stuff.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean. He's done some bad. I can't take nobody seriously that dyes their whole head. Like you dyed your
talking
whole
about Kanye
head.
now?
No. I'm talking about Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis had went on. It was a episode. It was a video I had seen. He was on air, and his whole head like was dyed. And I don't mean like I mean like he dyed it black, like to try to fill in hair.
Oh, okay.
That's
he
what
did
I mean.
the Carlos Boozer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that shit is funny as hell.
Exactly. I was like, you know what? I can't take you seriously, bro. You don't care about your own life. Why do I have to care?
But you came on TV with that.
Right. You stepped outside. Like, you know what? This is how I'm gonna look. I'm fine with it. You better be fine too. No, bro.
Hey, but you know what? If I saw Ray Lewis, I'd let him know, like, hey, my nigga, you is killing the game right now. I ain't never seen a lineup so straight. I'm saying that's a big motherfucker, yo.
Yeah, I'm not saying I wanted to get punched or tackled by him. I'm not saying that by any means. I'm just saying
it's that one gangster nigga listen to the show. I'll shoot his big ass.
Right. Hey, that's what I be thinking.
But that's the only option, low key.
Yeah,
Hey, what if Ray Lewis doesn't have hands though?
But listen, and
what if his whole fight is just,
listen, I don't want to get off subject.
My bad.
I don't want to get too far off subject, but I mean, I'm going to touch on that. I see a lot of pictures, and it'd be some overly buff dude. I'm talking about a dude who looked like he just chew rocks before he go work out. Like he's overly buff, and it said
had breakfast, ate a baby,
something like that. And the caption would be, "You and your girl walk by, and he smacks her on the ass. What are you gonna do?" And me being me, I'm like, I'm gonna beat the dog shit out of him. What do you mean what I'm gonna do? Right. So that was the first type of video or pictures that I would see floating around. Then I started seeing the same buff, not the same buff dude, but another buff guy, and a caption to be the same, but it says, he's a 12-degree black belt, and he just smacked your girl's ass. What are you gonna do? Does this nigga study dodge a bullet?
Right.
Does he study that?
How his Taekwon get the fuck out the way? How's that going?
Is that good? Because I will shoot this shit out of him.
There's options. You got options.
Just because you big and you got muscles does not mean you can fight.
Oh, I've seen plenty of them.
I've seen big dudes get knocked out. That doesn't mean anything. So for all you guys out there who think you can do all these push-ups and you're going to be able to beat anybody up, wrong. You are sadly mistaken, my friend.
Man, shout out to my bro Robert Grant. And congratulations to my bro Robert Grant because he actually just got engaged. But it's one of the realest things I've ever heard him say. There's always that one bad motherfucker. You can whoop everybody's ass, but you're guaranteed to meet that one bad motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And the day you meet that bad motherfucker, if you haven't met him yet, the day you meet him will change your entire approach to fucking with somebody.
Absolutely.
So there's somebody out there for everybody.
Absolutely. There really is. And me being me, like, if you know me, you know I am definitely with the confrontation.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's not an issue. I'm a big guy. I'm with the shits, as I like to say. But there has been times where I'm like, you know what? I don't think I want to have this battle with this person. And then don't get me wrong.
We're going to just shout this one out.
Right. And don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? I've grew up in the hood. You already know how to street fight when you grow up in the hood. Mm-hmm. I was boxing for about a year and a half. So I've been around and I know how to properly handle myself. But there was this one particular instance where I'm at the gas station. And I have a thing. Like, I don't like people staring at me. Don't do it. It annoys the shit out of me. And I caught this guy, which I felt like was kind of staring at me. So, naturally, I'm like, what the fuck are you looking at? You know what I mean? And I say it exactly like that. I don't say, hey, you know, can I help you with something? I'm not doing that. What the fuck are you looking at?
Right.
And I kid you not, this man, an Asian guy, he was about a little bit shorter than me, Asian guy. He looked at me, and he didn't say a word. He didn't say a word. He paid for his gas and left the store. But the look he gave me let me know.
I will take your larynx out, nigga.
Yes.
Ready for me.
So I quietly got my candy, got my gas, pumped my gas, and got the fuck out of Dodge.
Fuck you looking at? Sat there was like, oh, you looking at me? All right.
Yeah,
I'll just check in.
Yeah. And I want to reiterate this. I am 6'4", 260. I am all the way with the shits. Not that day.
Right. But them shits? Nah.
Yeah, not that day. That day I was constipated as fuck. I didn't want no parts of that.
It was the liquid shits.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't want no parts of that. But
getting back.
Yeah,
exactly.
Getting back, circling back.
It's the noise. Come on now.
Right. But circling back, I don't know how I should feel about Kanye and his whole... I think this is a big cry for attention.
Yes.
And then I've been seeing stuff that Kim is talking about divorcing him and so on and so forth.
And it's getting like major media pub at that. That is wild.
If she divorced that man, he's going to be on suicide watch.
Oh, yeah.
There's no doubt in my mind.
That's his mama, the Delta, and now Kim.
Yeah.
Y'all better pray for Kanye for real.
For real.
Like y'all been tweeting it. Y'all better really do it now. Like legit, give this man some bars during the prayer.
Something, because it's bad. But I think in this case with Donald Trump, it was a cry for attention. The reason I say that is because they said that he came into, I think it was the Trump Towers that they were in New York. They're in New York. Came to the Trump Towers. They had a private meeting first, and then after the private meeting, they came back out and was just talking to the press. The press, you know what I mean? And that doesn't sound like anything that you like. If you're Donald Trump and I'm going to you to have a meeting about something that I find important, we doing this behind closed doors. We getting everything established. We going about our business. We're not finna go out and shake hands and make a cheesy pit.
Because at the end of the day, they're only out there for a sound bite.
Exactly.
They were out there, and I guarantee you, being in that kind of position, that's the only time you could truly get Kanye to not say something, because he could have went out there, he could have did his usual paparazzi rant, but in that kind of situation, it's all about what you say. And as president-elect, he couldn't afford another soundbite that's going to send him downhill. If Kanye would have came out on some, y'all always following me, I know it's me. You know what I'm saying? Like if he came out on some usual Kanye shit, that wouldn't have looked good, especially for somebody that people already had. Like he has one of the lowest vote of confidence ever. You know what I'm saying? Of any president.
Right. Yeah. It's a lot.
So the last thing he really needs is another bad sound bite.
Yeah, never.
He still got elected by saying grab him in the pussy, but the last thing he truly needs is to stack more on top of that. And, once that vote of confidence gets so low, it almost becomes a situation to where people are going to start considering impeachment.
Yeah.
So when you're considering impeachment and you haven't even sworn into office yet,
that's the problem.
Trust me, he was under some pretty strict control when they went out there to talk to the media.
Oh, absolutely. I will say this: Jay-Z, call him.
Call that man.
Call him. You got Kanye out here.
You don't understand. It's your
stuff,
phone
man.
call that's fucking this up right now.
Call him, please. I'm begging you, please call him.
Cause let Blue go play.
You know what's
let
messed
Blue go
up?
Play with North.
You know what's messed up? It's a picture of Beyonce and Blue at Mariah Carey's house with her kids.
Grimy.
That's
Grimy.
messed up.
Grimy.
Like Blue can go play with North and sing, but she can go to Mariah Carey's
play
house.
with the twin cannons, bro.
That's wild.
Hey, but then again, well, never mind, because that was Nick's involvement with Kanye, because he wrote all Kanye stuff back in the day.
Right, that's what wrote all Kanye stuff. Like, bro, come on, man.
He was in the camp.
Come on, man.
One thing that stood out to me about what they're reporting those conversations were about, and it goes back to the conversation we had on the episode with the Kingpin. He's really on some chameleon shit, because there's also a report that just came out about him reneging on like 60-70% of what he said.
Oh yeah.
That just came out.
Yeah, I seen that today.
And you got that, and then from what they're reporting, the actual meeting with Jim Brown, Ray Lewis, and maybe Kanye. I don't know if there were different days, different times, but what's coming out about that is it's about bettering the race relationships and improving the black communities and trying to establish programs to better the black communities. Again, I do not trust this man.
No.
But if he's going to bring a positive change, I'm here for it. But it's so hard to look at it as sincere. It's so hard for me to look at it as legit because of his narrative to get him in the office.
Right. We won't be able to tell what Trump is truly going to do until his first year is up.
Right.
Once he get that first year out of the way, I think we'll have enough to be like, all right, we need to get the fuck up out of here, or we can rock this one out.
We can kick it at least 3 more years.
Right. You know what I mean? Because right now, I think it's way too early to tell.
Right.
I mean, because like you said, he come out and say that there would be reports that he's saying he's going to do away with a lot of things that he said he was going to do. Mm-hmm. But then you get reports of him saying he doesn't go to intel briefings because he's already pretty smart.
Right. Oh, God,
like, bro, how does that work? Like, this is intel briefings. This is about shit that we just found out. How do you
need this?
Right. You know what I mean? So
that's why it's intel.
Exactly.
You don't know this.
Exactly. So we really won't know what his intentions are, and I think that's more scary than anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because we really don't know. I mean, people in general are already scared of the unknown. Mm-hmm. But when the unknown has a direct impact to you, that's when you're like, all right, what the fuck is up?
This is the millennial era. So this could all be a troll game. And then year 2, year 3, he's going to do some wild shit. And just,
it could be.
Like he's going to just pull the cork and we're going straight down the drain at this point.
It could be. I mean, he is a reality star.
Yep.
So it really is no telling. You know what I mean? He can really do something drastic just to have a buzz or bigger buzz about him. Like, right. I don't get, you're the president of the United States. How big of a buzz do you need?
You're him.
Exactly.
He's Times Man of the Year, isn't he? Person of the Year.
Yeah, he was Times Person of the Year.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, what more attention do you need? But like you said before, when you get somebody that's as old as he is and it's kind of set in his ways, he's always going to be an attention seeker.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's not going to go anywhere. So, Jay-Z, call him.
Call Ye.
Call him. Call Donald Trump. Call whoever you need to. But we got to get this shit under wraps, man.
Hey, 3-way. Skype.
Something.
Because everybody
hit him up on Kick. Do something.
You got Snapchat? Snap him.
Man.
Goddamn snap him.
It's scary out here. Also, what's scary out here, and this is a little bit more local. Mm-hmm. So right down the street from my house, actually, there's Roberto's. I love Roberto's. Thought about going to this place plenty of times. But a black woman was attacked. From what I've read, she was in the drive-thru, heard some racial slurs which seem to be directed at her. Mm-hmm. And this is her. The next thing is her exact words. She says that she thought it was directed towards her, but she really didn't know. Her first thought was to just leave, but the bigger part of her was like, go see who the hell this person is talking to.
Right.
So she did that. And it turns out, in the reports it said it was a white guy, but from the picture, he looked Hispanic.
From what I'm seeing, I think he's mixed.
He may be mixed, okay. Yeah. But she went up to the door.
Basically another...
George Zimmerman. I knew you were going to say that.
Basically another George Zimmerman.
That piece of shit. But anyway, she went up to the door, and she was asking her, like, who are you talking to? You know, who are you talking to? And he made it clear that he was talking about her, talking about his freedom of speech, you know, all that jazz. And picked up a wet floor sign, hit her with it, and then went back to ordering his food like nothing happened.
Like nothing happened.
In the midst of that, she's trying to call the police, you know what I mean? She's upset, you know, it's this person saying racial slurs and then attacks her, so she's upset. Mind you, this is a woman in male we're speaking of. In
broad daylight. Well, I'm sorry.
No.
It was at night, right?
It was at night.
It's still in the ever-seeing eye of the public.
Right. Definitely, because there were people there, and I'm getting to them people.
Oh, yeah.
She was trying to call the police. After this guy and his friends, he has friends with him. How many, I don't know, but he has friends with him. They're leaving. He then grabs the sign again and beats her. Beats her with the sign. She had to get 15 stitches. He beats her. A friend is the one that breaks it up. And they get in the car and they leave. Now, they did catch the guy. They caught him. I don't know what his charges are going to be or anything like that.
Actually, I just pulled it up. The piece of shit name is Ronnie Rosario. So if y'all get the opportunities, troll his family.
Straight up.
Hey, just have at it. His name is Ronnie Rosario, and he was charged with assault with a deadly weapon and a hate bias crime.
Yeah, so he's doing time. So
is he?
I think he's doing time because this one.
You know what I could see them doing? The fact that she got out of her car, she initiated a threat. It's bullshit, but I can see them trying to pull
I can see them trying
like
to prove that. But what makes it bad, now, if she got out of her car and he did this and then that was the end of it, you may be onto something. But I think what saves her is the fact that while she's trying to call the police, the situation's diffused at this point, he then comes back to beat her. That second one is what's unwarranted.
That second one is what's going to kind of move it into the direction we need it to, but it's those fateful 5 words.
You're right.
I feared for my life.
Yeah, but you're absolutely right. But I, in this case, and this is kind of giving kudos to Metro Police Department. I mean, granted, them some fuck niggas, but we don't have a lot of instances like we see across the country here.
Right.
You know what I mean? So we kind of have to wait and see what happens with that. But in the midst of everything, I am pissed off at the people.
Yeah.
There were people that were there that could have stopped this. There were workers that was there that could have stopped this. I don't even know this woman's name. I think
Carmen Porter.
Mrs. Porter is the one that called the police. Mm-hmm. Not the workers, not a bystander, not anybody. You know what I mean? They are the one to call the police. And his friends are some dickheads too.
Oh, yeah.
Because when the first instance happened, or before it even got to that point, they could have stepped in and broke it up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So every last one of them, outside of Mrs. Porter, is a piece of shit. Now, I'm not saying that what she did was right. She could have definitely left. But I can understand why she would say something.
You know, and people are going to, well, not everybody. I'm sure I'm going to have some people on my side. But for the few that are going to disagree with me, I truly don't care. What people consider the right thing to do in those kind of situations, one thing that we've always argued is you got to take the time to educate somebody. Even if it's somebody that's being belligerent in his actions at the moment. If you have to be belligerent in your actions to educate this man, like, listen, this shit ain't cool. Like we said before, you know, we ain't our grandparents.
Exactly.
You know, if you have to take the opportunity, no matter what it takes, you have to do it. Things could have went different if you could have just got a smooth cuss out and was like, you know what, I don't want to get embarrassed like that ever again. She could have saved his life.
You're absolutely right.
Because, well, then again, he's pussy, but people in those kind of situations, they pick and choose when to do certain stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And it's sad and it boils my blood that it has to be, you know what I'm saying, our black queens. Like, you're going to go after somebody who is, you know, especially if you're a bigger dude, they're virtually defenseless against you.
Absolutely.
You know? And as black people, the only thing we know is defense. Mm-hmm. So, of course, she's not going to back down. But you know that you can do some crazy shit to her. And then you still go out of your own means of attacking somebody and you use a weapon.
Right. You used a weapon. And the moment, now granted, you're a male. You know what I mean? So you already had an advantage there. Mm-hmm. But the moment you hit her with this sign and seeing that she wasn't doing anything back, at that point you can tell she's defenseless. Like, right. She knows she's not going to win that particular battle. Right. That's why she called the police. You know what I mean? If I know that I can defend myself, calling the police is probably going to be the last option for me.
Oh, yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? You only do that.
I'll call after.
Well, yeah, after. You know what I mean? If it's something detrimental, you like, all right, let me get them involved.
If I know that it needs to be on record right now that I called first, I'm going to call.
Right, yeah, absolutely. But when it's something like this, when, you know what I mean, if something happens, you're going to call the police immediately. Right. When you feel like you're not going to win that battle. Right. And granted, we both know as well, too, police don't respond right away. Nope. And she probably had that in her head, too. When she called the police, this guy's already going to be gone. But let me at least call them. You know what I mean? There's cameras around. We can find this guy and go from there. Right. And for him to go back, order his food, and then come back out and continue the attack, that's some fuck shit.
And in between that time, nobody came out to check on her and help her. The friends didn't do anything. They let him come back with the same sign and then still tee off on her. Man, let me tell you. This story and another story that my mother was just telling me about not too long ago. We went over to the ATM and she was like, let me do this now while you're with me, because there was a story about this woman that was attacked at the ATM when she was going to get her money out at night out here.
Really?
Yes. She survived. Mm-hmm. Thank God she survived. But the mother said when she went to visit her in the hospital, she said, I couldn't even recognize her.
Well, she was just beat?
He beat the shit out of her and of course stole her money, but she fought back and he wasn't having it. That just goes back to my initial point. Like, people are taking advantage of the people that they know they can make victims, who they know that they can overpower. But why are you going overboard to the point where you're making someone unrecognizable to their own family, to their own fucking mother?
Right.
You know what I mean? Why are you beating somebody with a wet floor sign? And then you want to be cocky like that, go in there, order your food and come back out? Try that with somebody that can really give you the work.
Right. And you know what's crazy is I do have late night food cravings. You know what I mean? Like anybody else, I do.
Taco, yeah.
Absolutely. And there's not many where I live, which is very, like, it's literally right down the street from that Roberto's. There's not many food choices that are open late at night. It's either really Jack in the Box or Roberto's.
Right.
And there's been plenty of times where I wanted to go to that Roberto's and either fall asleep or end up getting something else. Had I been there that particular night,
He got stretched out. Easy.
he wouldn't have got. He would have got stretched out, but I probably would have too, because his friends would have had to kick my ass.
Nah.
They would have had to kick my ass, because I would have. Because I already made it a staple that, in general, I don't think no man should put his hands on a woman.
Right.
But I'm not gonna let you put your hands on my black women. Period. I don't care if I know you or not. I'm not gonna let it fly.
The only reason I don't think the friends would have gotten involved and kick your ass because, of course, it's big brothers everywhere. There's cameras all over the place. You see how quick they got him. Surprisingly enough, you see how quick they got him.
Yeah.
Imagine trying to justify in court, my homeboy was beating this woman with a wet floor sign. This man stepped in to save her. And then we did a gang style jumping, you know what I'm saying, in front of Roberto's, and we beat the shit out of both of them. There's no defending that. That's extra charges.
You're right.
That's assault. What is it called? I think it's assault with intent to harm, something like that.
I forget the charge. I know what you're talking about, though.
But that's you're just tacking on the years. So if anything, you probably would have saw them pulling you off of him, or trying to pull him out of the situation. Because you got to remember, dudes are soft right now.
Yeah.
So
There's
think
a lot
about
of charm in
it.
cats
If they're gonna run up, you know what I'm saying, on their 2-ply and try to swing at you, they know they're risking the chance of you swinging back. Everyone's so afraid to get hit. They're just like, you know what, let's just de-escalate the situation in general.
Right.
Besides trying to actually do something.
You got to verify.
And if they are trying to jump you, it has to be overwhelming odds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I didn't think about it that way, but I'm saying that to say that if anybody knows me and the people I keep around, I keep everybody very close. I'm very protective of anybody, male or woman, when it comes to the people that I care about. So I don't let certain stuff like that fly. You know what I mean? It could have been me and anybody. It could be me and you. You know, it's going to be an issue if somebody has an issue. It could have been me and Truth. Could have been me and Lex. Could have been anybody. Right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna push it there. That's just how I am. And in this case, for me to see that it's other men around, because there's always at least one dude at Roberto's that works there.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So if it's for me to see other men that are there and they don't do anything, that pisses me off.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like that really makes it to where I'm like, okay, I see, like you said, you dudes are really out here soft. You know what I mean? And I don't even want to say it's a race thing. I think it's just a matter of just a bunch of pussies that was at that Roberto's that night. Yep.
Speaking of that, how are you scared to approach a situation like this and you're in a kitchen with knives? you got a point. You have cutlery, bro. You better go out there and get the poking. Like,
you got a point, man. You got a point. I don't know. I truly don't know. You know what I mean? I grew up in the era that when you see wrongdoings, you make yourself visible when it comes to, you know what I mean? If I'm going somewhere, it could be a stranger. You know what I mean? If I pull up to the ATM behind somebody and I see some sketchy dude eyeing this woman, I may not jump out of my car right then and there and be like, hey, bro, get away. But I'm going to keep my eye out to make sure nothing happens like right in front of me like that. Right. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of people don't hold accountability for themselves. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be in tune with humanity. And that's a problem with society right now. Nobody's in tune with actual humanity.
Nobody cares about their fellow human being.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And I didn't grow up in that type of era. So naturally, whether we disagree on something or not, I care about another person, and I don't want to see another harm come to another person. You know what I mean? So if I can't prevent it,
this is definitely the era that people will record what happens rather than
and that's
assist.
The crazy part about this, bro. They got security cameras that caught the incident. There's actually, because this was made World Star. This was on World. Somebody recorded it with their phone instead of helping her. I don't know if it was one of his homeboys or not, but somebody recorded this on their phone instead of helping her.
That's the world we live in right now.
And I'll be real. If something's happening to me and this shit is getting recorded, and let's say the worst happens and I die, I swear to God I'm hunting you motherfuckers. I'm hunting every last one of you.
Ooh, nigga.
Man, so just take care of yourself, people. Take care of yourself, you know, take care of one another. And hopefully we can make it out this thing alive. You see what I did there? We ain't making it out alive.
Nah, we definitely gonna make it out alive. There's one thing black people are known for is definitely getting by.
Yeah, definitely.
Like historically, we've been doing it.
Yeah, my mother's has pulled together some things, and I'm like, yeah, I don't know how you pull this one out, but I'm
telling you,
I take it.
I definitely take it, man. I'm about to get on my black horse. Ask people,
what kind of horse is this?
It's a black horse. It's a stallion.
It's a stallion. Okay,
it's a stallion.
Okay.
I don't know if that's a breed of horse. I'm gonna sound super retarded because I don't know if that's a breed of horse or not.
A stallion is not a breed of horse, but
okay,
I get your point.
Okay,
that's stallion is like the champion. That's like the granddaddy horse, like the boss horse.
What's that movie, Black Beauty?
Yeah,
this is Black Beauty.
So have you ever ridden a horse?
I have.
You have? Okay.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. I've ridden a horse once. This was like years ago. I was a kid, but yeah.
Oh, okay. Sideline conversation apparently, but just like us as people, we always move forward and we always make something out of nothing. So I don't see this. I don't see us ever having that final say. Somebody having a final say so on who we are as people and what we can do. That's even if things were to go to a situation of repeat or a black Holocaust or something like that. What I mean? That never happened. They'd have to literally slaughter us as people before they can ever try to do something to that nature. At least now. Absolutely. Definitely now.
Yeah.
Having that pride and having that heritage behind us, that's why I led to the assault. Because you're not just gonna step up and think you're gonna, break us down. You're not just gonna step up and think you're about to just shit on us. We will shit on you first.
Yeah. Yeah. We tired of getting shitted on.
Exactly. Because the shit stink. Again, folks, thank you for listening to The Noize. We actually had a really good episode last week with Truth and Lex Love. And definitely thank you in advance, even though you're going to hear this on Sunday. So it's a little backwards. You're almost like going back in time, like back to the classics. Like, see what I did there? But definitely appreciate you guys tuning in. And I hope you guys really enjoyed Like Water for Chocolate. And that's going to be every week, every Friday. Great insight, great conversation, man. I already love those ladies. It's going to be a great time dealing with them.
And we banging out the content.
And we definitely giving y'all plenty.
Yeah, the content's coming out, so continue to like, share, and subscribe. And share. Definitely share.
And talk about it.
Yeah, talk about it, share. Do whatever it is you have to do. Don't forget to like the Beat page on Facebook.
Spreaker as well.
Yep. Don't forget to also follow the page on Twitter at Beat Network 1.
iTunes, we're everywhere.
Yep. So get that out there. Los, I would ask, where can they find you?
At Big Los UTC on Twitter. You can find me. You can find me on Facebook, Carlos Los Sampson. Probably not gonna add you on Facebook if I don't know you. I'm gonna keep it real. You can inbox me if you want to, but I'm probably not gonna add you because nah. Where can they find you at?
I think they know. Because I actually am on Twitter. I have not been on there as much this week though.
I
will say that I've been busy this week. But nonetheless, _Hollywood Kev, I'm there. If you guys decide, hey, you want to talk about a specific topic, something like that, let us know.
Oh, yeah,
you know what I mean? We can definitely mention it, put it on the show.
Anything you guys want to talk about, man? Eventually, we're going to start doing some of these live on Facebook and see what we just pick up from what people
that's
say.
A dope idea.
It's going to be a good look, man.
That's a dope idea. It's going
to be a good look.
So, yep, we got some stuff coming for you, so we appreciate you.
Throwback Thursday, back to the classics. Make sure y'all tune in every Friday, Like Water for Chocolate. And, of course, every Sunday, it's Big Los.
It's Hollywood Kev.
It's The Noize.